Nigerian debt profile hits 138 trillion. Is it a sign of debt, or could there be any miracle or possibility of revamping the economy? Because a government where you see the president or the executive wakes up every morning thinking where to borrow the next, just for the current expenditures. What is the fate and the future for this country?
Well, first and foremost, we call it renew hope. Renew hope. And this government has actually not done something spectacular. They've rather come to do things in their own way. They are not following the right principle. What I just want to say about this government is that they will continue borrowing. They will continue borrowing because one, they are not doing what they are supposed to do. And when they continue to borrow, the debt profile will begin to go higher and higher and higher and higher. There is nothing this government can do that can change the borrowing status. So that's my humble take about that.
What is the position or the implication of this in terms of the living standards of Nigerians?
The poor will get poorer while the rich will get richer. The few elites, that's the politicians, are going to get more money, while those that are working genuinely, they will not have money. They want to do as much as possible to put as many people into poverty. And by so doing, the money they are borrowing, it's not, they are using it for infrastructural development, using it to pay salary. And looking at it, they are the one collecting the major part of the money. For a senator, for a governor, they are the one collecting the last sum of money. And that is not auguring well with the citizen of Nigeria. And this is just to tell you that the Renew Hope is not working. It's not working. It's rather putting people in bondage, putting people in hopelessness. And I want to say this, that if the government want to do what they want to do, they should stop borrowing. They should look inwardly. Then we have a lot of production. We have a refinery. We have a lot that can generate. We should not go outside to borrow money any longer. There is more inside than going outside to borrow. I want to say if this is so strong, we'll be able to move forward and get a better stand. That's my own humble take, sir.
Why are they not thinking in that direction? And now, 78% of annual revenue is being channeled towards servicing of debt, not just offsetting the debt. Now, what kind of life is this government living and her population? What do we desire as a Nigerian? Is there anything left to be desired as a Nigerian?
Well, when the president was coming into power, he never had any manifesto. Like when he went to Kano, say, I came to dance, and he danced. We can't really hold Mr. President that this is what he promised Nigerian citizens.
It's not about promise. He is under law and obligation to serve the people.
You understand? He is doing what he can do, and his best is what he is doing. The thing is just that there's nothing we can hold Mr. President and say this is what is his priority. We cannot hold him because one, he said renew hope. He said I will start from where the past president Buhari stopped, and that's what we are feeling. This government has nothing to offer. As far as I'm concerned, we are going to see more of hardship. It is time for us to wake up and see how we can better ourselves. You can see a lot of people are jackpine, a lot of people are running out of Nigeria to get a greener pasture.
Is that how the best way to build Nigeria, the so-called Nigeria where people are fighting to keep?
That is why I want to tell you the government are not interested about the people. They're interested about their own particular interests. Look at the 75,000 naira, the 70,000 minimum wage. It's now that the government are trying to see how they can pay. And that is not helping issue. The cost of goods and services is very high. The expense is more than the income. And that is why they are looking every other person to see what they can do. You can see when this government came into power, they have increased fuel more than 10 times. They have increased. Fuel was 200,000 when they were there. But now, petroleum price is 7.5. They are still on it. I want to say this, and I want to crown with this. This government know what they can do, but they will not do it. Thank you, sir.